welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Freeze Friday turned into Stash Dive Saturday. Yesterday I was on a bread hunt for my mom online on the phone. Anyway, that's a story for another day, but the day sort of got away from me with all of those little tasks. So we're here on Saturday, and I'm going to sort of do my March. Oh, excuse me, I haven't spoken to anyone yet this morning except for Chopin. I'm going to do my March wrap-up, and I'm going to do my total March wrap-up in two videos. This one for the items very specifically related to Freeze, to my Freeze, and to the Freeze Fridays and the Freeze Gang as we've been working through March. And then I will also have my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and then I will also use that one to show all of my layouts through March. So I did get a lot done in March. I did get a little bit done for quite a few of the little items that I had selected, but certainly not all. But on the whole, I'm happy with what I got done. I did amazing with my How to Kill a Kit with Style, you will see. Oh, excuse me. And let me go through here, the free stuff. So, my focus stencil, as you will recall, was hexagons. So here is one layout that I got done using it. And then this morning as I was looking through those layouts, I said, but wait a minute, I did use it a few more times. And I did. But you will see I'm participating in Christie's 30 Days of Sketches Series 5. There are a few of us participating in April. So I have been working. So I probably did about 7 or 8 more layouts than I'll be talking about in my wrap-ups because of that. And I suddenly realized that this stencil was used in a couple of those layouts. But at least I got it. I got one done here. And I can't say the same for the hexagon focus as a whole. I pretty much failed on that. Did not use the die at all. Oh yes, and then I'll get back to these in a minute. Did not use the embossing folder, the die, or the stamp set. So I'm debating whether I should continue with this as my shape for April, and I think so. Tell me what you think. So we continue with that, because I do love hexagons, so I don't really know why I didn't get more use out of them, but there you go. And then I had also, talking with my lovely friend Karen, put the butterfly stencil and the bow stencil, the butterfly stencil coming from her choice, and I only got one layout with this done, and it's going to be in the April crew. So I don't know. I don't know whether the butterflies will stay. We'll see. I think the bow stencil will stay. So we'll see how that goes. Then the Rediscover Your Stash product focus this month was specialty paper. So again, mitigated, but I didn't do too bad. Here is a layout that I did for the Scrap 5 challenge, and any of the layouts that I'm showing you here today are, of course, on my channel. I will link you to some. And also, I just wanted to let you know that I have a series of playlists also on my channel. I don't know whether you enjoy playlists, but I do. I love sometimes just going back to some of my favorite scrappers, putting on a playlist, and there you go. And some that I love watching. Sarah Scraps has an awesome TN spread one. There are so many. In fact, I think I might come back or do a post in the Mercy Tiara group about some of my favorite playlists. What do you think? Would you like that? And since we have a little bit more time on our hands, or at least some of us do, maybe that might be a good idea. Tell me what you think about that. So, should I give you a list of playlists somewhere, and where should that be? and should I continue using hexagons? But back to specialty paper. One of the items that Kelsey had chosen, she chose the items this month. One of the items was vellum, so I got some specialty paper on there. And then probably my favorite layout of the month was a Sketch Sunday layout, just this past Sunday, in fact, where the sketch was chosen by Amber, who is Dragonfly, I think, on Instagram, and she chose our sketch, and I just love this layout. So got a couple of specialty papers used. The mood board, or the color inspiration that Karen gave us, got that on 2 layouts. This one here where I used a little bit more the original intent, which was my birthday month. And then this layout, which I did for Sarah Scraps Chamel's Sketches Reimagined series on the 18th, where I used it a little bit more as the rainbow inspiration. So, as I said, I did get a little bit of everything used up. Did not at all use my film die, so probably going to keep that next month. What do you think? Keep the film. So I'll come back to that in the end. Then a few other things now that I'm proud of here is I added to my How to Kill a Kit with Style this 6x8 Vicki Boutin Kaleidoscope paper pad, and I have used up almost all of it. I would say a good 3/4, because how many are in here? 24 sheets, and there are definitely not 12 left here, so there are maybe I used up 2/3. Do have some scraps, and I'm quite happy about that. And I was listening to Christy yesterday, who was showing and saying, talking about how she was happy with some of the things and how it was going during the freeze on the whole, and how some things not as much. And she was showing a paper pad, and a 6x6 paper pad, and how much is actually in one. And it suddenly made me realize how I am absolutely loving this freeze, but how I didn't really realize how much I had. Like one 6x6 paper pad, I have tons. How much you can get done with it. So I'm kind of happy that I used a lot of that this month. Christy and I, we had a little bit of a sticker focus. I will come back to that as well, and we'll be using some more stickers as well. You'll see how I bring in some stickers into my April How to Kill a Kit with Style kit as well. But these I had put specifically aside to use, even though I had showed you my entire or most of my sticker collection. And I'm quite happy. I got quite a bit, or at least some, used up on all of them. And this is a very old one, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 used up here, so I'm quite happy with that. So did a little bit of a dent in my stickers, need to do some more. I had wanted to use up this entire chipboard sheet from Maggie Holmes. I did not. Some of these will fit nicely with my April How to Kill a Kit with Style, so I'll add them in. The rest I will take apart the way Christy did and add them to my chipboard bowl. So on the whole, I would say that I'm happy with what I did get done. I did use the inspiration that we had all put aside for our freeze focuses for March. But I also had my How to Kill a Kit with Style, which I used amazingly. So on the whole, I'm quite happy with March. And now let's look at a few additional items that I will be using for April. Now, I do not have yet Karen's mood board because I am recording this today. Obviously, it's Saturday the 28th, but Karen and I have been talking about some product focuses and a little bit of a kit that we're putting together. So we've got part of it here, and I will come and show you the mood board as soon as Karen has put that up. So I think for sure we're going to keep the film. We're going to keep some of the hexagons. Now, I don't think I will I'm going to keep the embossing folder, the die, because I do love that. I'm going to keep the bow stencil out, and I'm going to keep the butterfly as well. There you go. The stamp, we'll see. We'll see. Now, what started us a little bit on this is on one of my layouts just recently, on one of the sketch, I think it was a sketch. Was it a sketch? I think it was a sketch Sunday. Anyway, whatever. I used this awesome Brutus Monroe paw stencil, and I did, no, it was not actually. It was one of the Rediscover Your Stash challenges for long distance love, crafting at a distance, and I did a fun page of Skyping with a puppy, and in the background I used this fun stencil. So Karen said, you know what, I need a paw stencil. She found a paw stencil and said, I'm going to use it in April. So I said, okay, let's. So this is going to be my real freeze stencil focus for April. And then that sent us sort of on a kitty, in her case, totally, and me, a kitty and puppy theme for April. So I dug out a puppy punch that I have, a kitty punch that I have. Let's try and use that. I have the stencil. And that reminds me now, Christina, if you're listening, I'll be sending you a message, because now that you found me the paw stencil, and I do have a lovely paw die, which I forgot to bring here, that I'll be using, I'm going to need a paw embossing folder. Do you think you could find that for me? Paw embossing folder. I have 2 stamp sets here. So I'm also going to maybe, because my How to Kill a Kit with Style will be very, very different from that. Very springy. And it's going to be a fun kit. So I think I might also do a bit of a card focus for the Freeze Gang in April. I love this stamp set for cards, and I've used it quite a bit. This one in particular. This one as well, I have used quite a bit. And right now, Life is Messy might be a good sentiment to be using. What do you think? And then I've used the puppy one. I've used this one. This is kind of fun with You've Got a Friend in Me. So I think I'll do a little bit of a card focus as well. What do you think? Would you like to see some cards? And then I have this lovely Lawn Fawn stamp and die set, which I have not used yet at all. So we need to get that used. My lovely friend Karina in Sweden sent me a beautiful card using this stamp set. So I need to use that stamp set. This one I might use on some layouts as well. So we'll see, because I think this little ball of yarn, yeah, I think I'm going to use that on a couple of layouts as well. And then to continue on with that theme, and I know Karen did put a lovely little kit together, kitty-based kit together. So speaking of my lovely friend Karina in Sweden, she had sent me this gorgeous My Mind's Eye collection, a couple of years ago now. And I have used it. I would think I've done about 3 or 4 layouts because it had 6 double-sided pattern papers. And let me see here. I have 3 full sheets left. This is just usable for anything. Oh, and then it's that cute. And this, if I didn't want to use it, I could just punch this out or fussy cut the kitty heads out. This is, look at this, these little balls of yarn, which are fun to use. These are great for cards as well. This could be fussy cut as well. This could be used for anything, this way or any which way. This is fun too, which could be used as a cut apart. So I have 3 of the 6 sheets left with a few scraps. So I have this scrap left, which is quite large, and then this smaller one. So I have definitely used this on a few layouts. A couple more scraps here that I can use. And this was just, you know, in it. It's by My Mind's Eye, and it is 2017. So you see, and I think Karina probably sent it to me in 2017. I could cut apart these as well. There's the chipboard sheet, a lovely chipboard sheet. So that goes along with Christy and I still using our chipboard and stickers. I'm going to continue working with that. I have used a few, but not many. I had put this because I think I used this. In fact, I did use this in my Hotel Cornwall layout, which was of Chopin and that crazy messy background that I did. So I sort of added that because it sort of goes with our pets and home. Sticker sheet I have used, but I have still quite a bit here to use. Lovely puffy stickers. Die cuts, which I have used quite a bit of. You have seen them fairly recently, but there are still quite a few left of those. And the 6x6 paper pad, which I still have a lot of, actually. And they will be perfect for some card making. So, you know, like just, I'm going to try and do some cards. Maybe you could do something like this with, you know, something like that on it. And then just meow kind of thing, or meow low, or something like that. What do you think? That could be quite an easy card. So I'm going to give April a little bit of a card focus as well. So there you go. That's my Freeze Friday turned into Stash Dive Saturday. I've Stash Dived this gorgeous kit. In April, we'll be doing some kitty and puppy cards. Watch for our mood board soon. So there you go. So would you like me to put a list of some fun playlists somewhere? I'm thinking probably the Mercy Tiara group, because I already have, as an announcement over there, the YouTube Hop playlist, in which I've added not only the YouTube Hop layouts per se, but also all of the videos that were done by a lot of our members for some of the challenges. So I think that playlist has about 25 videos in it now already. So, and I will go into some of my lovely friends' playlists, like Christy's sketch, 30 Days of Sketches. That's got over 100 in it. Sarah's TN for sure. I think Christina has a TN playlist as well. So tell me, what do you think? Where should I put that list? And I think I've already decided that I'm going to keep a little bit of the hexagon theme, but tell me what you think of it, and tell me what shape will you be working on in April, and do you have a product focus? Thank you for being here. Stay safe and well. Together, I think the one thing that we can be so thankful for is how our communities, the scrapping community in particular, has come together over this crazy time. Talk to you soon.